we come in appreciation to the Lord.
Amen.
Who deserves all the praise and adoration. It's just so awesome to be in the house of God one more time. And in this moment, I have a word of God to share with God's people. He dropped this in my spirit. I pray that it's an encouragement to someone out here. For I know it's been an encouragement to me. In the book of Matthew, if you wouldn't mind turning with me, in the book of Matthew, the 13th chapter. We'll be reading two short verses. Book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse number 31. It reads, "Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds. But when it is grown, it is the greatest among the herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof." I just want to talk to you briefly on the topic on this morning: great things from small places.
Amen.
Great things from small places. Dear Heavenly Father God, we thank you right now for the word that you have sent in this house to change our life for the rest of our life. God, I am asking right now, God, that you allow your will to be done in this house. Lord, that you grant us the peace that we need to press to the mark that you have called us to achieve. Lord, we ask right now that everything in the house is in full alignment with your will and your way. We thank and we love you in your darling Son, Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. You may be seated in the house. Great things out of small places. Spending time with God and spending time with myself, I've come to realize that in the grand scheme of things, I am but a grain in this thing called life. When I look at it, and I look at the heavens, and I look at the stars, and I look at the totality of everything that God has done, I come to realize that I am but just a small piece of what God has put into motion in this world. But even though I may be a small piece, and you may feel the same way, but even though I feel like I'm a small piece, God took the time out to make sure that I was okay. God focused in on enough to be able to say that while you are in a city of millions, that I still have my hand wrapped around you. And when I say me, I mean us. So you can replace my name with your name and know that what God has put together, no matter how small it may seem in your situation right now, that God has greatness wrapped up on the inside.
Amen.
You. As I study the word and I spend time trying to fully understand why are we utilizing such words as mustard seed. Why would he use that as a parable? And I noticed that it was a recurring theme because he also said that faith the size of a mustard seed could move mountains. He said that if you would have enough faith, of the size of a mustard seed, and a mustard seed ranges from about 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters in diameter. If you would have enough faith the size of a mustard seed that you could speak to or move a mountain. And he talked about it so that you could understand that if you would just operate in what I have already given you, no matter how small you may think it be,
Right. Yeah. Right.
that you could accomplish a miracle. He said that if you had the faith the size of a mustard seed, and here he likened the kingdom of heaven to the same mustard seed. I mean, I didn't understand it. I said, well, why couldn't we use something different? But some of us in our mindsets today may feel like we're insignificant, but I need you to know that no matter how you feel about yourself, God is saying you aren't as small as a mustard seed. And if he could build the kingdom out of a mustard seed, think of what he will do through your life. He said that it was likened to a grain of a mustard seed. It was likened to the grain of a mustard seed. And it's noted that the mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds of grain. It's very, very small. And with that being said, I need you to know that you cannot measure your life against what man's standards are.
That's right.
See, because somebody wants to put you in a box based off of what your income is on today. Somebody wants to put you in a box based off of where you grew up or what your lineage, your family lineage looks like. Somebody wants you in a box because you may have had a jail record. Somebody may want to put you in a box because you've been through a divorce. Somebody wants to put you in a box for whatever reason, but you can allow yourself to be measured by how man sees you. Because to the eye, when you look at a mustard seed, you may not think much of it.
All right.
But I need you to know that God has something. He has power on the inside of that mustard seed. That there is something great that's waiting to be unleashed within that mustard seed. And in your life, God has something great in store for you. But you gotta not throw away your seed because you don't think significant. See, it's real easy for us to discard the mustard seed because it's not the size of a watermelon seed. Or because it's not the size of a peach seed. It's real easy because when you look at them side by side, they just don't add up. But when you, to the naked eye, when you lay them out and you try to figure out, okay, which one will be more important or which one will be larger, you gravitate to that which looks by the naked eye to be more important. And I don't know about you, but there have been times that when I looked at myself to the naked eye, I didn't feel like I was the most important thing. And when I sized things up, I said, well, I'm here and somebody else is there. But the enemy wants you to start comparing yourself to somebody else so you can belittle your own. See, if you start belittling yourself, the devil won't have to spend time with you at all. If you do it yourself, if you say I'm not worth it, if you say I can't make a difference, if you say that I'm just little old me, the devil won't have to deal with you because you dealt with yourself.
Preach the word.
But this mustard seed, this mustard seed that Jesus likened to the kingdom of heaven is one of the, and he said once it's planted, it's one of the greatest plants within the garden. You may ask why. I want to tell you because I want to make sure that we're on the same page so we can understand when we leave here that we see the same things and we understand one another. See, the reason why the mustard seed is so great is because there is a mustard tree on the inside of it. See, you are seeing the outside seed, but you don't understand that there's something great on the inside of you that's greater than what it looks like on today. See, we get caught up in what it looks like. We get caught up on the outside. We get caught up to what seems to be pleasing to the eye. We get caught up with what's common and what's trending right now. So if you're in social media, almost every social media platform has an area that says trending.
Yeah.
Meaning that this is what's hot going on right now. That if you want to see somebody who used to be something else and change to something else, it's trending now, so you can go to it and you'll see it for what it is. But I want you to know something that's been trending for over 2,000 years is the blood of Jesus. But that's something that's been trending and has shown and has been true and tested is the word of God. I need you to not worry about what everybody else is talking about and worry about what God has said. Because there is greatness on the inside of you. And if you will know that in your life, that your life is trending on God's timeline, you will know that there is greatness on you. Inside. The quickest way to destroy your future is to throw away what God has already blessed. And we do it mentally. See, some of us are walking around and we're dressed up and we're smelling good and our tie is tight and our ride is washed up and our bank account is in good condition and good order. And we are walking around with the outer presence that everything is great while we are throwing away the promise that God has given by us not utilizing that which is on the inside. See, the Lord has a way of hiding greatness so that it can reach its full potential. And so what he does is he takes things that people overlook and he tucks on the inside greatness. He tucks on the inside more than an overcomer. He tucks on the inside headship that will precede tailship. He tucks greatness on the inside and he allows you to be developed. But if you don't plant what God has given you, listen, if you look at it, he says that it was the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of the mustard seed which a man took and sowed it in his field. I need you to get this sowed part because I need you to understand and know that God planted you right where you need to be.
Amen.
See, you can't plant everything everywhere.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Oh, God. I have a couple of country folks still in the house. But see, for the country folk who understand what I'm saying, you can't just take one plant and put it next to another plant because it might, what they call, overtake the seed that's next to it. So you have to be careful where you put what, because you put a banana tree, if there's such a thing, next to a tomato plant, next to a watermelon seed, you're going to have a big mess.
Right.
Amen.
But when you come to the realization that God has planted you exactly where you needed to be, you can have full confidence that God put me where I needed to be, and he put me in a place where I can grow. He put me in a place where I can develop. He put me in a place where I can reach my full potential. But you gotta know that he planted you where you needed to be. You gotta know that he planted you on purpose. That you didn't accidentally fall in the area that you are planted on purpose. See, some of us are more concerned about getting away from where God planted us that we miss the power in the reason why he put us where he put us. See, he planted you where he planted you because where he planted you, they needed to see your testimony. He planted you where he planted you because somebody needed to come to know him, and the only way they was going to get to know him was through you from where he planted you. I use her example because I love her to life, but Miss May went back to China some time ago and she had an accident and she was put in a hospital because she had failed when she was giving blood. And after giving blood and after falling and hurting herself, there was a person in the room who she came in contact with who wasn't a believer. And through her conversation, this person came to know Jesus. Now, to the naked eye, it seems like she was there for wrong reasons, but because she was planted where she was supposed to be, there was another soul that was saved. There was another soul who confessed to the Lord Jesus. You gotta know that there's purpose in your life.
Yes, Lord.
I know sometimes it don't feel feel right. Sometimes it don't feel good. Sometimes you feel like, I wish you would have planted me somewhere else. Lord, I know I got greatness in me, Lord. I know I'm a mustard seed, Lord. I know whatever seed it is, I am. But I wish you just would have planted me somewhere else where the grass was a little greener. But God said, if I planted you where the grass was a little greener, you would blend in with the rest of the grass. But if I need to start some grass over here, I need you to be planted right here. I need you to focus on what your purpose is. I need you to be okay with the fact that you planted here. I need you to do what you were called to do in the place that I put you so that I can spring the harvest of right where I live.
Amen.
Amen.
The Bible says that this mustard seed was planted in the field. It was planted on purpose. It was planted for a purpose. It was planted right on time. It was planted right where it needed to be. It was planted next to some light plants. It was planted in an area where it could grow. It was planted in an area where it could be most effective. It was planted in an area where everything it needed it had. It was planted in a place where everything, I need you to hear me, that it needed was there. It was planted for the third time. You know, when I say it 3 times, I mean it. It was planted in a place where it needed to be, and that every provision for the vision would be met. When he planted it in a place that would have the nutrients to make sure that it reaches full potential. See, when you plant something, when you plant a seed, it's imperative that the seed has all of the nutrients that it needs to be successful. And so when God plants you, he puts you in a place where everything that you need will be available. Even though you may not recognize it or know it right now, you may think that you're just stuck in the dirt, but really you're stuck around the stuff that you need to develop into the man or woman that God has called you to be. You are actually put in position so that the things that you need are there. Be careful not to uproot where God has placed. We want to see a plant die real quick, uprooted from where it was supposed to be and put it in a pot that's too small, or put it in a place where it don't get enough water, or put it in a place where it don't get enough sunlight. I will tell you this, there's an ivory that we have at the house, and I didn't understand what was going on at first, but we put the ivory on a table, on a lamp table. And so we made sure the ivory had water, and it seemed like one side of the ivory wasn't right. Well, my mother came by the house. We were talking, and she looked and she said, well, you haven't been doing this plant right. And I said, well, what do you mean? I make sure we got water. Well, what do you mean? You know, it's in the air conditioning like this. She said, no, every so often you need to turn it around, because if you look at the ivory, it will grow towards the sun. So what was happening was the ivory was actually growing at a bow towards the window. So, you know me, I said, well, I'm not going to discredit what she's saying. I'm just going to test it and try it to see if it's true. So I took the plant and I spread the plant around. And in about 2 days or 3 days or so, I started recognizing that what was a bow on this side and now start growing towards the sun. So then every so often, I would come and I would just turn it a little more so that it would grow towards the sun. What am I saying? What I'm saying is, see, when you are not planted properly, or you're not taking the time to turn around, you will not grow towards the sun, and you'll wonder why certain areas of your life are growing while the other side are contracting. It's because you haven't turned it to the sun. Now, see, when we were thinking, you're thinking about S-U-N, but right now I'm talking about S-O-N. When you turn your situation to the sun, you put yourself in a situation. And so you got to understand that while you have your marriage turned to the sun, sometimes you need to turn your finances to the sun. And while you may have your finances turned to the sun, sometimes you got to turn your children to the sun. See, I know you got all the answers, but you just turn your situation to the sun. You can be planted in the right place, but if you don't turn it and rotate dedicated towards the Son, this preaching will not be powerful. If I didn't dedicate my life, not just my words, but my life to the Son, these words wouldn't be powerful. If I didn't turn my marriage, see, sometimes you gotta recognize your marriage is curving. Then you gotta make sure you turn it to the Son so it can get what it needs.
Turn it.
So he said he was planted, and he said, which was indeed the least of all the seeds. This is important. I'm almost finished. He said it was the least of all of the seeds. I need you to know this, that when you plant it, you can't worry about what the other trees or the plants are looking like. See, sometimes when you plant it, you may start looking around and saying, I wish while I was planted that I was looking like that. You know, but that wasn't what you was called to do. You gotta know that your growth won't be determined by the plants. You gotta know that God put something on the inside of you that regardless of what it looks like around you, that you just gonna keep on.
It's growing.
See, this goes to those of you who are those of us who may be in a job situation where we feel like we are planted in a place that we can't wait to get out. I need you to know that God put you in a place so that you can be blessed, so that you can prosper. And if the other plants around you ain't growing, that ain't on you. Listen, I will not allow what other plants are doing to hinder. I will not allow what other plants are growing or not growing to hinder my relationship. I'm going to grow regardless if you grow or not, because I know I'm planted.
That's it. Amen.
See, I understand. I can't tell you what's in your seed, but I can tell you the seed that God planted on the inside of me. And if I really trust Him and I allow myself to grow roots in where I'm at.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
He said,
Amen.
because I really need you to get this, and I got to stick to these two verses because I'm getting a little excited here. I'm still trying to come down from the praise dance. I understand what God is doing. He said, which indeed were the least of all the seeds, but when it's grown, see, it's the greatest among the earth. So I got to let you know something, that you can't allow where you are right now to dictate how you feel. See, he said it was the least of all seeds. See, there are situations and times, and I won't speak for you, I'll just speak for me in my life. There are times when I'm in situations where I'm saying, I know it's better than this. I know it gotta be better than this. I know that for whatever reason, I know that I gotta exceed where I'm at right now. And this seed right here seems like it's in front, and this seed is over here. But I came to recognize, I know what's on the inside, and I'm not gonna let my patience stop me from reaching my full potential. He said, oh, it was the least of all seeds when it grows. See, I'm in a growing state. You gotta recognize that while you may not be where you want to be, while you may not be driving what you want to drive, while you may not be making what you want to make, I'm in a situation where I'm growing. Well, you may not feel like you the king or queen of the world right now, but I'm in a growing state, a growing situation. And while other people don't understand, see, let me tell you something. Sometimes when you're growing, other people won't understand or recognize who you are in the middle of your growth, but they don't know that you grow from you started off as a mustard seed, and now you done made a little plant. You might not be the prettiest plant in the garden yet, but you grow.
All right.
I'm ready to tell my enemy and make a declaration on today. I may not be where God wants me to be at, but I'm growing. And if you don't believe me, just watch. If you don't believe me, just keep on saying if I'm gonna go. Keep on saying. I know it don't look good right now.
It's all right. But I'm growing.
See, in the process of my growth, it gets me closer to the promise.
Amen.
See, when God said you would be the head, and you're not the head yet, but you have made your way to this place and made your way to that place, know that you're still in the process. I had somebody ask me, well, how many members you have? Because I have X. You know what? That's great you have X. We got power and authority. Step on the head of the devil right now. all this other stuff.
Yeah. That's deep.
But somewhere down the road, it had to make it out the dirt. Somewhere down the road, before it reached its minimum potential, it had to get somewhere around the green area, the greens, greens, the collard greens. And at some point, it had to get somewhere around wheat, the wheat stalk and all that. Somewhere to get to 9 feet, it had to get somewhere around the corn stalk and all that. What you gotta understand is, no matter where you are in the growth cycle, you gotta commit yourself to staying planted so that you can grow. Bring things out of small places. I need you to know that my growth is determined by the plants that are around me. Sometimes we get it twisted. Sometimes we get it confused, and we start measuring ourselves to the person who's sitting next to me. And the reality of it is, the only measuring stick that I have in my life is the measuring stick that Jesus Christ has set for me. I can't be worried because, listen, when you look at how somebody else is growing, that their growth might be swelling. As Reverend Alexander taught us a couple of months back, it might be swelling. It's not growth. Yeah, it may have gotten big, but it's being unhealthy. It's big because of a foreign object or because of a problem. So I can't be focused on how you growing. I understand that you might have 2 cars, a house, and a boat. I may understand that, but yours might have come from illicit or illegal, some kind of other money. But I would just keep on doing it like I'm supposed to do it. I understand that your wife is smiling, but your girlfriend is smiling too. So I can't worry about all that. I gotta keep doing it the way God has called me to do it. I know sometimes it might feel a little rocky, but as long as I understand that greatness is on the inside, I will keep on moving to that which God has for me. I can't be concerned.
Keep it moving.
I can't get tied up with what everybody else is doing. Because I understand that from this little mustard seed, that God has something great in store. Now, you have to understand this, because I'm going to say this and then I'm going to close. But the mustard seed grows into a plant. When God, or Jesus, is speaking about it here, he said that the mustard seed grew into a tree. What I need you to hear, and if you didn't hear anything else, I need you to receive this right now. I know what people expected to come out of you. But I need you to allow God to get out of you what he expected. Who expected less than the best out of you. There are some people who looked at your situation and said you would never be nothing, or you would only be a little bit of something. But God said, while other people are expecting you to come up as a plant, I'm about to grow up a tree on the inside. Mustard plants, but God called the mustard plant a tree. Somebody called you a nobody, but this nobody finna turn to somebody. Somebody said that your mama wasn't there or your daddy wasn't there, so you always gonna be tied up and twisted up. But God said that
something different.
somebody told you that by the time you reached whatever age you are right now, that you should have been further along. But God is saying, while they looking at your age, I operate transcendent of time. So while they worried about the fact that you still 35, 45, 55, and you haven't made what they thought you should be, that you're right in the position that I need you to be, because what's going to come out of you is going to affect this nation, change this world. And I don't care if it's a 45-year-old mustard tree or not, whatever the case may be, I have you lined up where you need to be, because maybe you weren't mature enough to be a tree at 25. And you would have fell on somebody, man. You wasn't planted in the right place. And if the soil is too loose around you, when you get to a certain height, you're going to fall over. So I needed you to be what I needed you at the time that I needed you, so that you can grow up to